Brief introduction to industrial relations. Okay, this is Andrew, and this girl right here is Matun. Let's say they work at the company A for the 8 hours a day and 5 days a week. Now here's comes someone that we both love and hate. Let's call him Mr. K. So what kind of relationship they currently have? In understandable terms, they know as employee that all of you going to be one day, and this guy here is what we call boss or toke. In inappropriate labels is employer. It was someone you're gonna face or become one day, hopefully. Now, this is when industrial relation come in, when more explicitly can be understood as a relationship either socio-economically between employees, employer, but this include parties of government as well. In Malaysia, industrial relation can be divided for different perspectives, namely the government, employer, employees, and trade unions. Essentially, employment relation is concerned with preventing and resolving problems involving individuals which arise out of or affect work situation. So, what are the difference between an employee and independent contractor? There are a number of factors that determine which category a worker falls into. The most important of these is called the right of control. Does the employer has the right to exercise control over the worker? Basically, this means that the employer has the right to hire or fire the worker. But it also means the employer has the right to dictate both the means and the manner in which the worker performs the job. If this is the case, then the relationship is that of employer and employee. However, if the employer can control only the final result of the work, then the parties have an employer-independent contractor relationship. It is a group of people with the same goals who protect workers' rights in the workplace. Workers will therefore utilize trade union as their representative voice when dealing with employers or on the board of directors. Trade union monitor and help if any issue regarding unhealthy employer-employer relationship such as workplace violence, discrimination at work, bullying, workplace stress caused by high demand at work, and also regarding safety at the workplace. Based on the issue, employer and their union, employee and trade unions, also Department of Industrial Relations plays an important role to create an industrial harmony at workplace. These are the role of employer and employee unions, then the role of employees and trade union, lastly, roles of Department of Industrial Relations. In Malaysia, the main statute and regulation related to the employment are Employment Act, Sabah Labour Ordinance, Sarawak Labour Ordinance, Industrial Relation Act, Trade Union Act, Employee Provident Fund Act, Employee Social Security Act, Occupational Safety and Health Act, Minimum Wages Order, Minimum Retirement Age Act, and Personal Data Protection Act. According to the previous Act, employer and employee have the right and obligations. Some of the employer right and obligation are right to obey unlawful order by employee, right to render service for employee, right to receive reasonable skills and knowledge from employee, and employer have the duty to pay remunerations, obligation to provide work, provide safety environments, equipment, treat employee with respect and duty to comply with statutory obligations. For employee, they have the right to receive contract of employment, have a safe and healthful workplace, receive fair remunerations, and they have the right to join union and others. Employees also have their responsibilities that they must carry out their duties as stated in the contract. They must not misuse and disclose information about company or clients and must provide a good ethical behavior. As a conclusion, both parties plays an important role to complement each other. As well said, to win the marketplace, you must first win the workplace. Thank you.